Good morning, and thank you for being here. As many of you remember, in September of last year, a horrible incident occurred on 6th Street East here in the city of Lancaster. During a large party, which was attended by numerous young people, an apparent gang-related shooting occurred in which 7 people were hit. Sadly, Dominique Peatry, a 14-year-old girl, was killed. This incident not only shocked our entire community, but it left even our most seasoned Lancaster deputies shaken and saddened. Today, I can announce that this vicious crime has been solved, and a suspect, Aaron Eugene Wallace, a male, 21 years old, has been arrested. Mr. Wallace is being arraigned this morning on murder charges in the AV courthouse. I'd like to start by thanking Homicide Lieutenant Pat Nelson and his team of investigators for a fabulous job in solving this crime. And also 2 of our reserve deputies, Deputies Todd White and Mike Colburn, for an outstanding job in following up on information on the suspect's whereabouts and actually making the arrest. I just want to mention that every station is really composed of team, and it's a team effort. And to see 2 of our reserve deputies involved in this important arrest shows me how important that whole team atmosphere is. Our professional staff, our reserves, our volunteers on patrol, our regularly assigned deputies. We are truly a team at Lancaster Station and most of our stations. And I'm very, very proud of Todd and Mike for the tremendous work they did. As most of you know, we've had several great years here in Lancaster in terms of lowering the crime rate and reducing gang activity. The commitment from Mayor Paris and our City Council, the support and cooperation of our energized community, and the hard work of our deputies has resulted in this great progress. But it's important to note that for 6 months, this crime's been a burden to us at Lancaster Station. 7 young people shot and a 14-year-old girl dead. This crime was a call to action and served to guarantee that we as a team, and when I say team, I'm talking about our city, I'm talking about our community, and I'm talking about our Sheriff's Department employees. We will never rest until we've eliminated these barbaric gangs from our valley. As many of you know, maybe fortunately for me, I'm in the process of retiring and preparing to turn over the reins of Lancaster Station to newly promoted Captain Bob Johnson. Bob's a tremendous leader, and he'll ensure that our efforts to address crime here in Lancaster remains focused and intensive. But I have to say this. The fact that this crime was solved on my watch gives me a deep, deep sense of relief. And I can only hope that in addition to that, Dominique's family will find some peace in the fact that justice will be served. Thank you very much, and now I'd like to introduce our lieutenant from Homicide Bureau, Lieutenant Pat Nelson, to address any questions about the particulars of the crime or the arrest that you might have. Pat?
Good morning. Thank you all for coming. I'm just going to give you a brief synopsis of the arrest, and then I'll open it up for questions. Thursday, The circumstances of the investigation to this point were presented to the District Attorney's Office for their consideration. After reviewing the case, they elected to file murder charges and 7 accounts of attempted murder against Aaron Eugene Wallace, a 21-year-old, very little to no criminal history. Friday, I was able to convey that information and the fact that a warrant had been issued for Mr. Wallace to the patrol deputies at Lancaster. They did an outstanding job in locating him and taking him into custody without incident. Late Friday night, search warrants were served. I really can't go into the particulars of that. And again, as the captain said, Mr. Wallace will be arraigned today. This case, however, is still far from over. As some of you may recall, there was 2 shooters the night of the incident. The second shooter is yet to be identified. We do believe that Mr. Wallace is the primary shooter, but obviously the investigation will continue in an effort to identify any other suspects that may be involved. And we are still urgently requesting anyone who has information about this case to contact the investigators. There's still a lot for us to learn about what occurred that night.